and see tonight.
He's mean any harm to children or anything, any wrong. He's 14 years old, he said.
Well, I think that Michael Jackson is basically on trial for just being an eccentric person, and I don't think the Peter Pan complex is a crime.
I don't think Michael needs forgiveness from the black community. The black community's been behind Michael since the Jackson 5.
Neverland Ranch, a show of support.
Michael Jackson is like Jesus Christ.
Michael could even touch a child. I mean, he's like the least harmful person next to Jesus.
Well, he's a beautiful person, and he's a good role model. And some of these people may have not found God, and it's a good person to follow after.
I think there's a lot more pressing issues, and like they raided his, house here with 60 officers. And everybody else that I know, I can't get somebody to, someone breaks into my house or something. They don't even send out a real officer.
This is persecution because he's an easy target and it's obvious. The only reason is money. M-O-N-E-Y.
Anything short of video footage or photographs, you would never be able to make me believe it in a million years that he was guilty of any kind of wrongdoing, period.
People just don't understand a pure heart. Michael Jackson has a pure heart. He doesn't see things in the same light as another 45-year-old would.
He does have a totally different perception of reality. Absolutely. So does Barbara Streisand. So does, there's a lot of, we can go through a lot of celebrities that have, false perceptions.
He's going through it. Kobe's going through it. Martha Stewart went through it. That gentleman that accidentally shot that person with the 12-gauge shotgun has gone through it.
He's been in the private eye since he was a little kid, like this small. So, you can't really expect that much because people, growing up with that kind of life, they're not typical people like you and me. Although they are, but they live a different lifestyle than we do.
To millions of people, he might be strange, but to us, he's just like a normal person.
And I don't think he's mean any harm to children or anything, any wrong. He's 14 years old, he said. And he seriously believes he's 14. So you put children together, you go put your two children together and you may not have no house when you get back.
Lies run sprints, but the truth runs marathons. The truth will win this marathon in court. It's a quote that Michael had in one of his statements that he released.
They're taking advantage of him because he has a love for children, an innocent love for children. And people can twist that around so easily and take advantage of that.
A bed's a bed. I've slept with some friends. When I go to my friend's house, I sleep in their beds, and it's no big problem.
People call him a pedophile. For why? Nothing's been proven. There has been no evidence presented in court other than the boy's testimony.
Jackson's innocent, mija. Dile, mija. Dile.
God's on Michael Jackson's side because he knows the truth.
So you're 100% certain that Michael Jackson's innocent?
I didn't say that.
No, I'm asking.
Oh, I don't know what he did.
There's a lot of people who haven't been able to say anything. They haven't been able to stand up. They've had to hide because they're afraid. Because if they are who they're going to be and they're going to love the way they want to love, they're going to be put in jail, even though that love is genuine. And Michael's the first person to ever have stood up for this. And he's suffering, and he's bearing the pain for all of us so that we can all be free.
Everyone was running with what the DA was saying, what people who call themselves journalists like Diane Dimond were saying.
Sten is a complete asshole. He's been trying to get to Michael for 10 years now. It's disgusting. And that's why I think he's an ugly, he's an evil man, he's a devil.
And I'm sure in Tom Snedden's house, they probably a lot of abuse going on, because he a power junkie. Wanted. Him, Tom, Ho Diamond, now Jacko. It's creative, huh?
If anybody's guilty, I believe would be the parents of these children. You can't hold this person responsible.
America's a very negative country as far as sex. I mean, you know, just now it's this country game with the concept of just two guys getting together, the fact of two different ages. You know, it doesn't really matter, you know, if someone's black or white or how old they are, or, you know, whether they're a man or a woman or what religion they are. You know, all that matters, love is all that matters, and that's all there is.
We've had my family and my kids up here. It's Mr. Jackson's house, and he's always been cordial, very friendly. This is just Herbie the Love Bug, makes everybody smile. You know, it's just, this makes my day when I get to drive this and see kids smile or see adults. You know, it's more smiles per mile.
He is black, and that he's white. People might think that's weird.
I think it's just amazing what he's done. I mean, you know, like what he did with his body. You know, I mean, Michael, he hasn't talked a lot about it. I mean, I look at his body and what he eliminated his gender and his ethnicity. If you look at humans, you know, throughout we've always been, you're black and I'm going to kill you, or you're a woman and that means you're a second-class citizen, and he doesn't have any of that.
But people go lay out in the sun and go to tanning booths to be darker, so why couldn't he be white?
My personal wasn't real comfortable with the Nation of Islam, and I was quite pleased this morning that we found out that he has kind of separated himself from that. And I have no prejudice because I am a Muslim, but I'm a true Muslim.
Jackson flag, I have it at the entrance to my Jackson's Museum. I've had a Jackson's Museum for 20 years.
This is my friend Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Lisa Marie, but not Lisa Marie Presley.
Flores, Lisa Marie Flores.
Presley sucks. I'm the good wife.
We love you, Michael.
We believe in you.
Our district attorney he's been reelected 5 times. We've reelected him because he's been doing a good job. He's not suddenly going to turn into a monster overnight because Michael Jackson wrote a song about him.